Will you marry me?
Wow.
The ending of the Gilmore Girls series was a disappointment for many of us who were fond of the show. Still, nothing beats seeing Rory decline her longtime boyfriend's proposal and the relationship break in such a non-dramatic way. I hate what it teaches young women about love, relationships, and their careers. In the end, the moral of the story is made up of a mountain of absurdities that permeate young minds and society as a whole with the wrong ideas about how to have a good life.
Is he gonna...
Not here. Not now.
If I could, I'd also like to say a few words about my girlfriend in the past 3 years.
Although I'm mainly on Team Logan on this matter, I can't help but think that proposing to someone should not be a surprising thing. Yes, you can make the circumstances surprising, like the when or how or where. But the what? The fact that you actually want to marry each other? That should have been discussed beforehand, several times. Honestly, after 3 years, they should have had the conversation long ago. TV shows and movies love to portray proposals as grand gestures that come out of nowhere, but we can't be surprised to see divorce rates go out of the roof then. Marriage is the most impactful decision one will make in adult life. It requires deep thought and challenging questions before making a decision.
I love you. You know how much I love you. I love the idea of being married to you, but now I kind of like the idea that it's just all kind of wide open. And if I married you, it just wouldn't be.
This is one of the biggest lies, right there. So you love him and the idea of being married to him, but marrying him would mean your life prospect would not be wide open anymore? No, your love prospects would not be wide open anymore. The reality is they acted like they were married for a long time. They lived and slept together and shared life's highs and lows. Being married isn't the end of your life or your adventures. Committing to someone for the rest of your life still leaves room for exploration, mistakes, and opportunities. Marriage isn't the end, it's the beginning of something new. But in her answer, she implies that to get what you want out of life, you should be alone or at least avoid committing to anybody, which is wrong. And even so, life isn't about doing whatever you want. This is a lie that the culture has been spreading for years and leaving thousands of young people feeling empty and depressed. It's not about being independent either, but rather interdependent. I mean, look at Lorelai's life. Is that how she would want her daughter's life to be? Well, apparently yes.
I think you made the right decision.
You do?
I do. Someday you'll meet someone and you'll just know it's right.
What does she know about relationships and good decisions? Nothing. The woman had a child when she was a teen and refused to settle down with the father, and then returned to him several times only to marry him one day and still not be the one. She got engaged to her daughter's school teacher only to back down before the big day. Flirted with the same guy for years pretending he was just a friend, and then acted like a freaking child when he reunited with his daughter because she wasn't the priority anymore. Please, if there is one thing you should remember from this video, it is never to take relationship advice from someone like Lorelai, who, contrary to what she said, does not know, has no clue, and clearly didn't like that her daughter had found such a fantastic guy. It felt better seeing her daughter make the wrong decision and keep her to herself for longer. By the way, just so we're clear, life is not a fairy tale. You will not know for sure that you have found the one, until you finish your life with them. But you will know you are willing to work hard daily to love that person, even when you don't want to. That's a much more realistic way of seeing marriage, which she would know nothing about because she doesn't understand that simple concept. I could go on and on about this episode, but let's finish with the biggest lie of them all.
So what, I go to San Francisco, you stay on the east, and we see each other occasionally?
Well, we can try long distance.
The real reason behind her decision was her career and her dreams. When you think about it, she could have said yes to marrying him and moved to the West Coast. They have journalists over there, don't they? She would have been engaged for at least a year, and they could have tied the knot. I understand maybe she felt like she was a little bit too young. 22 is, quite young. Not that there is anything wrong with marrying young, but I can understand that she may have had doubts at that point. But she didn't want to marry him because she did not want him to be in the way of her career and independence, meaning she thought her dreams and career were more important than love. That's another lie we tell young people. Find a job, get to know yourself better, learn to love yourself, because you can't love anybody else if you don't love yourself first, right? No, that's a bunch of crap. The reality is that the only thing waiting for her is more heartbreaks, more confusion, and possibly more sexual partners that will leave her feeling emptier every time. You can always find a good job, however difficult it may be, but finding someone you love and who loves you back, who is trustworthy, dependable, financially stable, whose values align with yours, and who is willing to go the distance with you is not easy. And actually it gets harder and harder as time passes by, especially for women. Sorry to break it to you. It's just a fact. You may read happy ending stories on social media or in the comment section of this video, but it's not the rule, it's most likely the exception. Living your life like you're the exception will likely lead to a lot of disappointment, just like the ending of this show. Thank you for watching.